Okay, live here about 7 o'clock on the dot. Got a couple of tornado warnings, actually now just one, but very impressive in the Person County, North Carolina. So the good news is in Virginia, we're seeing a little bit of a lull right now. That could be the case for the remainder of the event. Um, but a couple of things I'm going to point out for you is that we do still have the upper level energy off to the west here in Kentucky and Tennessee, and our significant tornado parameters have now gone back up behind this line of storms in eastern parts of the area going into central Virginia. And we mentioned around 8 o'clock is when we were going to see those really high numbers move back in of the significant tornado parameters. However, with the storms outrunning that, at least in our area, that may be good news. We'll wait and see because I'm a little bit concerned about visible satellite probably isn't going to show much at this point, but I'm a little bit concerned about redevelopment, and I'm not sure the models have a good handle on that since they were so far off on the timing that we had earlier today. So we'll wait and see on that. But we do have a tornado warning in effect for southern Person County and northwestern Granville County in north central North Carolina until 7:15. A tornado near Roxborough moving northeast at 55 miles per hour, so it's south of South Boston. But you folks in Mecklenburg County, here's a heads up: Clarksville, the Boynton, and Chase City and South Hill. You need to watch out because this storm is pretty dangerous looking, and we had earlier a confirmed tornado that was very, very impressive on radar. And so we may get another warning out for this one, but this was, let's see, if I read this, it was in Orange County, but the circulation diminished some. But we had a very tight circulation a little bit earlier. They are coming out of, go back and read this, back across North Carolina here. So I was talking about Asheboro, Siler City. That circulation has now kind of gone away a little bit. Now we're seeing a confirmed tornado warning go away, but we're still seeing a tornado warning into North Carolina. So if I move you in here on WSV3, well, just to show you here locally, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning that probably will expire pretty soon here from Farmville down to the eastern part of our area. But still in Mecklenburg County, you need to watch out. Flash flood warnings continue across a good part of the area. Just listening in on the scanner, still lots of cleanup to be done with trees down and lots of flooding going on. Pretty high water, as I understand, out there. So watching that as well. But this is the area that's under the tornado warning right now. It's south of Virgilina and Stovall here in the tornado warning, and waiting to see if we get anything off of that. Now I'll show you here on the high resolution radar. I've switched it over to Raleigh, and we've still got a good circulation here near the Stovall area, south of Virgilina. You can see the triangle there. It's where the radar is indicating the most rotation. There could be also some debris in the air. Not really sure. It could just be some melting hail there as well. But there is some rotation. If you back it up here a few frames, you can see how that circulation evolved. You can see the purple polygon also around Hillsborough, North Carolina, showing where we had a confirmed tornado reported. And now our circulation is going very close to Virgilina, but it's passing just south. It's heading right into Clarksville, though, if there is something there. And I still see a decent circulation with it here. There's still some embedded circulation around that area. So again, this tornado warning is in effect until 7:15, so for about another 10 or 11 minutes. We'll watch this for Mecklenburg County. After that, we may get a bit of a break. I'm going to be watching computer models to see if we get more development off here to the west. Now, let me show you the water vapor here. And you can see all these flash flood warnings in effect. Let me get rid of those for a second. I'll get rid of the warning overlay. All right, so my concern is this dry slot moves in, and with our convective parameters maybe increasing a little bit, if we get some clearing out behind this first line and the sun comes back out, we could get some pretty robust storms moving through with this actual upper level pivoting of moisture. That could be more toward the Allegheny Highlands, even into the Greenbrier Valley with time. The good news is right now, too, I have no tornado warnings in effect, although I still see a circulation there south of Virginia. So that's still pretty concerning. If we can show you the live lightning here, that warning should disappear here in a few minutes. But we've got lightning there on the screen, also around Clarksville, getting up to Bugs Island Lake. It's storming right now pretty good. And again, straight line winds are another big concern with this, as we'll see winds may be gusting over 60 to 70 miles per hour with that particular storm. And it's a very bad situation down across the South Carolina area, eastern South Carolina, from Florence down through the Columbia area and near Charleston, all the way down into Georgia, and that line of storms goes all the way down through Florida. But at the surface, we still have the storm system off to our west. And aloft, we still have that as well. So that's the concern. That's the concern for the remainder of the evening. Now I want to look at our radar lab here, and this is off of WeatherTap, and this is at 7:05. So do I have a new tornado warning? Let me check. Yeah, for Person County, we got a tornado warning remaining in effect until 7:15 for East Central Person County and Northwestern Granville County. My apologies there. There you see Granville, Oxford, Virginia. Virginia's not in the tornado warning, but the circulation is down here across Timberlake, Searle, North Carolina here. So this is for my North Carolina people north of Durham, and also in the Mecklenburg County, watching this from Shiny Rock, Clarksville, Bugs Island Lake. You're just north of that tornado warning, all right? I want to read to you some of the wind reports that also are coming in now that the storms have passed these areas. We're getting reports of trees down on Gretna Road in Pittsylvania County. We've got power poles broken in Pittsylvania County. We've got a tree down on Keeling Drive in Pittsylvania County. Multiple trees down again Franklin County and the Henry County as well. I believe those are reports we've already relayed to you here. We also have a flash flood emergency in effect for Watauga County and the Boone, North Carolina. That's a serious situation as well because they've had so much rain there, and numerous flash flooding reports here. Basement flooding, but also if you go to this other report here, multiple housing areas were being evacuated at 5 o'clock this morning due to flash flooding. Bamboo Road, Deerfield Drive, and Meadowview Drive. And that is again for Watauga County. Flash flood emergency in effect. Heavy rain up to 3 to 5 inches fell since midnight, and the flash flood emergency remains in effect until 9:45. That water can take a while to run off, unfortunately. Various low spots throughout the area continue flooded at the moment as the water slowly tries to recede here. I'm still looking at Clarksville and in Mecklenburg County for this rotation. It looks like it may be spreading out a little bit. You can see where it was a little tighter there, that red, and now it looks like it's moved out of the actual warning polygon, in my opinion. And now we've got a severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Mecklenburg County. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this morning. You've got a severe thunderstorm warning near severe thunderstorm heaviest part near Clarksville. And people at South Hill Family Medicines that should seek shelter immediately in South Hill. So South Hill, Chase City, Clarksville, this area right here, Epsport, Baskerville, Palmer Springs, and John H. Kerr Dam and Northview there on the lake there need to be in their safe place, because this is a dangerous system, and that could be a tornado right there. That could be something that we're looking at right there south of Virgilina. And that tends to be an area that gets hit the hardest when we have these tornadoes coming in from North Carolina, from south side. So this area gets flat, and it's an area where the storm can breathe a little easier. But it's still not a classic supercell situation. These are going to be rain-wrapped tornadoes if we're seeing them. I want to repeat that in the immediate Virginia area, there is no tornadic activity at the moment, and there may not be now. We may see the end of this come through with this batch in North Carolina. What's good news for us is bad news for our neighbors from Raleigh all the way down through eastern North Carolina. These are embedded within the rainfall, so they're very hard to detect. But you can see the rotation being detected there aloft on my software too, as it's picking up on the wind shifting there out of southern Person County there. So it's still a volatile situation down across central Virginia here now, as you get a little bit closer to Richmond. And here's a tornado report. Emergency managers in Alamance County, North Carolina, report significant tree damage occurring in a swath through the southeastern part of Alamance County. This includes trees down in an unknown amount of homes and structures in the vicinity of Suffin and Saxafall. Tree damage lines up with a radar-confirmed tornado debris signature. So there appears to have been a confirmed tornado in southern Alamance County, North Carolina here, as it was coming across Liberty and moving north to Siler City. We saw that on the radar picture, and the reports of damage are coming in. So I'm going to try to get you some information on that as the morning progresses. But what I'm mainly concerned about, and it may be unwarranted, I mean it's warranted, but it may not come to fruition, is the redevelopment, if we get some sunny breaks here, of the second area of showers and storms. Although it doesn't look very impressive on the modeling here, the modeling will be having a hard time with that anyway as we go through the maybe lunchtime hours. So I'd watch out between, maybe another time to watch would be between 11 and early this afternoon, believe it or not. I wouldn't count out something strong developing just because we still have the upper level part of the storm system to go, and the storms have accelerated. But that may have been the last fetch right through there. You can see it there coming out of the south, and now it's this will be about current, but this is the actual second area here that could be coming through between 11 o'clock and maybe 2 o'clock this afternoon. Maybe watch out for some redevelopment out there behind that. There are 54,527 power outages, so almost 55,000 folks are without power. And in Bedford County alone, there are over 2,000 power outages. Campbell County has 1,500 power outages. So numerous power outages, and as you get across West Virginia, there are power outages as well. Franklin County only has 93 at the moment, but Floyd County has over 1,100. So power outages run fairly widespread throughout the area. Everywhere you see a little icon here of the clouds, this is where we have roads blocked between Bedford County, Franklin County, a good part of the area through Lynchburg, all the way through Gretna and Pennsylvania County. Roads are blocked in numerous locations, mainly the low spots where flooding has been an ongoing issue, and flash flood warnings and flood advisories will continue for some time. So that is a look at what's going on. I'm going to go back to the North Carolina radar and see. I've still got a tornado warning here. It looks like I don't know if I've got an actual. No, it's been lifted now. Okay, so we've got another report of damage one tree down in Alamance County for the mobile home. So Alamance County, North Carolina, has taken the brunt of the tornadic activity so far. Now notice that the significant tornado parameter is still surging in behind this. This may be a little delayed. If I get rid of the radar, though, you didn't look at the radar, you'd say, hey, our area still needs to watch out, but the actual storms have outrun this significant tornado parameter. However, if you were to look a little bit farther to the south, and I'm not trying to be too pessimistic here, but there's still some upper level energy here coming through, and you do have some stuff here in North Carolina. I'm not sure that makes it up into the area, but just to let you know, the tornado parameter has not gone away, even though the storms have. So if a storm does redevelop, it would have that potential to produce another tornado or another concern for tornadoes. But right now, the trend looks pretty good on the radar, although our poor folks in Alamance County, North Carolina, east of Greensboro, south and east of Greensboro, between Greensboro and Raleigh, have apparently been hit by a tornado that's been confirmed. And there are lots of trees down across our area that the fire departments are going around and cleaning those up at the moment. So that's all for right now. I'll jump back on if I need to the rest of today and let you know if this stuff off to the west begins to move in. I'll have more updates on Patreon. Thank you to support me there, and thanks for tuning in this morning with me. Been a long morning. We knew it would be. Wasn't quite as bad in terms of the tornado activity that I expected, but the straight line winds were very, very impressive, and the flooding continues to be very impressive. So I would still stay off the roads if you could. Don't go out and sightsee. There's probably going to be at least debris out on the roadways from both trees that are down all over the area, and then quite a bit of flooding that still continues. And whenever floodwaters recede, there's trees and rocks and mud in the road that you don't want to get involved in as well. So stay home. And again, watching this upper level pocket here, again, as I mentioned, it's not moving east, it's moving more north. So we'll see if it can swing anything through for the afternoon or the late morning hours. In the meantime, this is a continuing situation, more of a straight line wind threat with embedded tornadoes as it nears the coast here. Still a very serious storm, but one that has moved mainly east of our area for the time being.